Good morning, good morning. Not financial advice, educational purposes only. Thank you, good Lord, for a new day to trade. And I am currently in CDIO. Already played it once. All $4. Got out around the 350s, and then I re-added again at 4. So I'm currently in it, seeing if it breaks down. At 7 o'clock, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little push. I hope not, but I wouldn't be surprised because biotechs in this price range have been a little hot. But right now, it looks like we're going down. So let's see. It was some India. They're bringing these heart disease tests to India, and like a 1 million, 1.5 million float. So was a little cautious with it because, I mean, anytime the float's that small, they can pump, and biotechs have been relatively strong. So wasn't super confident, but it's going well right now. So it did bounce off the 9 previously on the 5s, so I'm gonna trim a little here, but let's see what happens. So trimmed a little in the 370s. I might just completely get out, to be honest. I'm out. So I got out in the 370s, 376 to be exact. So I'm just a little paranoid it might push. So if y'all see any new PRs, let me know. But yeah, played this one twice. Worked out pretty well, actually. So, and it looks like it might bounce off the 9. I'm not going to play this $4 retest. I want to see if it pushes a little bit more. So basically played it twice. Got out at the 9 both times. In the 350s and this time in the 370s. It could fail here, but I'm going to stay close to it and not get in it just yet. I might miss a nasty flush, but just in case it wants to push up a little bit higher. MNTS. Yeah, I'll look at it, but y'all know I like the new like pops of the day. This thing has already proved it can like hold its gains. I think y'all are better at these trades than I am. But yeah, MNTS is definitely back. Maybe I should have got into CDIO again. But nothing else looks too interesting to me right now. Except for CDIO. So like I was saying, played it twice now and got out at the 9. I didn't get back in it this third time. Just have a feeling it might push since there's nothing else really strong right now. The news is, in my opinion, pretty weak. But it does have a smaller float, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, up $400 on the morning, 435 just from this play, playing it twice, just 1,000 shares too, so not too bad. And yesterday, for the people that are not in the Discord, so y'all know I had an $8,000 day the day before because I was kind of pissed because I went into the new year and had a red day, the first trading session. So I kind of wanted to reset the tone Monday. I had a really strong day, took some risk and added a lot of size, but it worked out. And yesterday was a $1,200 day, super chill day, didn't trade much size, pretty zen trading day, and I love it. I love it whenever I don't like trade as much or trade heavy. It's just a very relaxing trading day. So I'm looking for another one of those. So probably won't try to go for another home run day for a little bit, because I can trade a little bit bigger size, but I prefer not to. Like I said, my peace of mind is worth more. When I'm in a bigger size positions, I think about them too much. 435, that's enough for a Lambo coffee cup. Yeah, we can get it piece by piece, J Money. Keychain maybe. But yeah, going for another chill day today. I mean, if the right opportunity presents itself, I'm always willing to add some size. But like I've said many times on this live stream, pre-market, I'm a little bit more hesitant to add size because they're just so illiquid and can move pretty sporadic. But this one, if CDIO gets up to about the 450 range, might be interested to add some size, and especially if it gets up to 5 and we have the 200 up here. So we'll see what it, and we have this little area right here, right, 515, 580. So there's multiple levels on this chart. And with the float being so tiny, I'm still not confident it's not going to rip up here in a second. That's why I keep getting out pretty quick on the 9. I think the news is garbage, to be honest, but you never know. Biotechs have been kind of hot, and it's got a small float. The only missing ingredient is the news is a little weak. If this was strong news, this thing would probably be ripping right now. Build it up like Legos. I'm saving no Lambos right now. All my money's going to crypto and gold and silver. A little bit of stocks. Good morning, Alex. Yeah, I saw that, Alex. People shorting silver. It's still wild to me because, again, I feel like I was late to the game. I started investing when silver was $20, $25 a few years ago. And now I feel like a genius. But it didn't move forever. So I was wondering if they were dumb investments. But silver has popped. I mean, all precious metals have, but silver's been insane. And I don't have that much exposure to precious metals, but I have a little bit, at least. Because y'all know I have that little cheat, or some of y'all know I have that little cheat sheet where, like, I take my profits, like this amount goes to crypto, this amount goes to real estate, this amount goes to stocks, this amount goes to precious metals. So precious metals has only been like 5% of my allocation. So CDIO, I was hoping it would bounce here, but it might start breaking down. Let's see. Where do you get those percentages? I made them up. Made them completely up. Because it's not very fairly weighted. I got real estate at like 50%. But this year I'm changing that. I got too much real estate exposure now. Got over, well, it's all good. So yeah, here's that little push I was talking about. But where did you get those? Yeah, those percentages just where I put my returns. But like I said, most of it went to real estate last year. So I'm a little overexposed in real estate. All right, CDIO is pushing here. So if we get, like I was saying, another strong push, even to 430, I might be looking to start, like a retest. That's where it popped previously. I might actually start even adding just a little bit here at 4. Well, I wonder if I should let it move a little bit more. Tempted to take a little stab here. Okay, I took a little stab here. Small size. Well, 500 shares. So I'll catch it. Oh, there's no more shares available. I do not like that. I'm trying to get some more shares so I can add some later. That's a not usually a good sign. I'm actually just covered. I made like 2 cents on the move. I did that just because I only have 1,000 shares to work with. So I don't want to get in early now. So I basically just got out break even. I hate when this happens because then I got to like manage my shares appropriately. Because what I want to do is add 500 here, add 500 here, have like 1,000 available for 450. But since I don't have that, I got to be careful with these shares. So I might miss a move here. But I want some shares if it pushes back for a full retest. Let's see if that was. It's probably going to flush, and I'm probably going to miss it. But again, I got to be strategic since I can't get any more shares, and that's usually a warning sign that it might push too. Just FYI, when I can't get locates, see a common trend that those are kind of the ones that push sometimes. MNTS flushing. Yep, oh, you caught it, Denny Burns. And it broke even lower than this other wick, so we might be going down. Let's see. Another little pop slightly above VWAP would get a little interesting. But again, I don't like these multi-day runners. I like new tickers that pop that day. And I'll play these, don't get me wrong, but I just am not as good at it. Like CDIO is a perfect example. These are the ones I'm a little better at. So yeah, not in CDIO. I want to see it push up. I have an order waiting at 425 if it gets there, but prior to that, I'm just going to sit on my shares because, again, I only have 1,000 to work with. So I tend to get in some tickers a little early, but if I only have a certain amount of shares, I got to be a little cautious. And this one's 1 million float, so if I miss it, I miss it. Rather miss it than get in too early and can't add. Oh, there's some more shares. Let me see. It says FYI, there are 6,700 shares to locate in TradeZero International. Yeah, I can't get any right now. Which is not that surprising, it being a $1.5 million stock, and it's the only thing really moving right now. So a lot of shorts are probably interested in this ticker right now. Yo, did you buy more crypto in the 80s? In the 80s? Like 1980s? Oh, you talking about like Bitcoin? Yeah, I did. I bought some yesterday too. But again, I'm not like a big crypto bro, but it's gave me nice returns. So I'm in at 425 now. And this is kind of why I got rid of those shares, just in case it did this. So now I'm sitting really good. 1,000 shares at 425. I'm up $200 now. So I guess that was a good decision to wait and push. Now I'm just wondering, do I get out at VWAP? Or, yeah, I'm probably gonna get out at VWAP, to be honest, because I don't think this is gonna be a clean flush with nothing else moving. So I'm out already. I'm just being a little cautious with this one with the float. So I played it from 425 to 405. Made another $200 on it. So. But it's funny though, now that precious metals have went up so much, it feels like I'm buying the top. I know in like 10 years I won't feel that way, but when you just bought like gold at 2,000 an ounce a couple years ago, it's hard to pay 4,500 or 4,400, wherever it's at now, for an ounce. It feels like you're getting ripped off. But like I was saying, I don't have that much exposure though. Wish I had more. Wish I didn't buy so much thing real estate. Because Florida real estate is corrected a little bit, so it wasn't the best investment. How did this screencast look? Is it almost ready? Yeah, I'm just gonna post it on YouTube this afternoon. So be paying attention this afternoon. I'll share whatever piece that I feel is appropriate to share. I guess I'll upload it like a short. I don't know, or in that type of screen. Let me know if y'all see anything else. I'm kind of just focused on this one. And I don't love it just because the float's so tiny. I'm going to have my guard up with it the entire time I play it. But I'll keep playing it if it, if I see some moves I like on it. But as of right now, I'm not in love with it. GLUE. A little big on the market cap for me. It's over $1 billion, so I'll leave this one alone. Actually, I might just post this video in like a Google Drive or something. I don't want it to be on my YouTube because it's, for most, they're gonna think this is not very exciting. So I'll share it in the Google Drive or something. TCX. It's not enough on this move for me to be too interested. How much is it up? uh, 13. Yeah, I'm probably gonna pass on this one. It's just not up enough. And is my traded ideas on? Yeah, let's see. Why is DCX moving? Let's see. Did they have a PR? Expands digital asset strategy through token staking with Edge AI Foundation. Crypto news hasn't been holding very well, so maybe it's not a bad play. But again, I'm gonna sit this one out. It has a huge huge spread, 48.5 to 50 cents. I mean, that's pretty big for one of these tickers. So yeah, it's pushing up a little bit. If it pushes a little bit more, I might be interested. So let's look at the daily. So we have a pivot at 63 cents, and we have this little area that might be a little interesting around 62 cents. But what usually happens with these crypto PRs, you'll get a decent initial push, but they die hard lately. So maybe this is the initial push, and it will die, drop back to 44 cents or something. But again, I'm gonna wait. Oh, it does have a crazy gap. Jesus. Okay, gotta keep scrolling. What in the world? This is a crazy gap. So if it gets to $459, I'm interested. So I don't know if I'm gonna play this retest. I just have a feeling it's gonna push here in a second. What time is it? 7:23. Maybe I'll get back in banking on money rotation a little bit closer to 7:30. So let's say it pushes back up to 420, 430 around 7:30. I might get back in it, but I'm 3 for 3 on it, and I'm gonna be annoyed if I take a loss on it. So give some of it back. So I might sit on my hands until a little bit closer to 7:30. Maybe if it retests, how about this? Instead of going full 1,000 this time, I'll do I'll do 500 at 425 again. Yeah, you're probably right. Just trading. Keep saying glue, my friend. That's a $1 billion company. I don't usually mess with these, and this is why the thing keep pushing. Now we in breakout mode. And it might flush, but again, I don't do as well with these, with the real companies. My edge is shorting trash. But keep, you know, y'all keep sending me tickers. I like that y'all. I appreciate y'all sharing tickers with me. But I might not play some of these bigger market cap ones because, like I said, it's all about the edge with me. And for whatever reason, I don't have an edge, and these just tend to grind on me more, push up. Because, you know, like most of these trash companies that we short, once they make a strong green candle or two like this, they usually give back. And these bigger market caps, they just keep, like, we'll probably see another green candle here. They just grind up. So, like, I don't know, they just trade so much differently. Like even this one, like, you know, see how there's so many opportunities. Even though it's slightly trending up, there's been so many opportunities to make money on it. Where if you get into this one too early, it's kind of got you by the balls. It's just going against you. How do you check the news so fast? I honestly think I'm slow, but Stock Titans always just have it up on one screen. And I think I told y'all wrong. The free version used to only be 15-second delay. They done moved it to 2-minute delay now. Stock Titan, greedy. So, but yeah, I just have Stock Titans pulled up on another screen. But most brokers will tell you the news when you pull up the ticker. But since I trade mobile, I kind of gotta look at it separately. Both. So I have the stock feed pulled up, and most of these tickers, the PR is close to the top. But if I don't see it, if it's I'll use the search bar, yeah. But most of the time, like right now, I'll see the DCX, SCNI, EVTN, GMPX, ACET, BTAI. So they're all pulled up right here for me. So I can just quick glance at them. So 7:30 is 2 minutes away. I would love to. I wish if CDIO was around like 420 right now, I'd probably get in it. Just banking on there's going to be a 7:30 PR that could potentially steal attention. And I like money rotation, but you can't just like blindly assume just because more PRs is going to come out, it's going to flush. But if it was to be at a level I like, I would definitely consider it right now. But what I don't want to happen is enter here, banking on money rotation, no PR comes out, and then it starts pushing. So probably going to leave it alone unless it pushes a little bit closer in the next 1 minute or so. But I do have that the 500 shares at 425. And again, the reason why I'm a little soft with this one is, one, the float is so tiny, I don't want it to run against me, and two, I can't get any more shares. So all I have are these 1,000. So I got to be strategic with when I enter these. Watch it break down now. And but this, yeah, the money rotation is when these low floats come in handy for us, because they flush sometimes just as hard as they can push. So 7:30. I'm not seeing. Oh, here they come. So decent amount of PRs came out. Well, four PRs came out. Let's see what they're saying. Or 5 PRs now. It's dropping a little bit, but I don't see anything else still in attention just yet. Alright, what is this one? Hold on. RIME is curling up a little bit, but I'm not going to pull it up just yet. How do you know when a stock locate is reusable or not? Can you buy different types of locates, or do you pick that? Mobile, occasionally they'll give you options, but most of the time it's just whatever they have. I would say 80% of them are reusable, 20% of them are single use. It's just whatever they offer me, I take. And then when I'm done with them, I sell them back to them. TradeZero give you some pennies back for them. Will you be trading live every day? Yeah, Monday through Thursday, I am here. Try to be super consistent with it. I've done it through the flu and everything else. So yeah, I try to be here when I can. Try to show up. That's the standard. The standard doesn't care if I'm tired, motivated, sick. So I try to be here when I can. And then Fridays exclusively in the Discord. But I'm not really seeing much, guys. CDIO is showing a little weakness here, falling below VWAP. So let's see. Appreciate you, Alexandru. You my hype man, for sure, bro. Yeah, CDIO is still a little confusing, and it's looking like a slow market. We had a lot of action yesterday, so I guess we're due for this, but today's a little bit slower. Not as many plays, so I'm surprised CDIO is actually showing some weakness right now, because there's really nothing else moving besides glue. Maybe RIM a little bit, but this is a multi-day as well, so I'm not super interested in this one. And the reason I stay away from I don't stay away, but I have my guard up a little bit more with multi-day just because they've already proved that they can hold their gains. And they're going to break a new day. And I'm not talking about like first red day setups and things like that. I'm talking about pops. So I will play these, but I prefer the more, look at glue. This is what I was talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. Like, look at this grind. When, that's, you get stuck in these and it hurts if you don't have good stop loss risk management. But I'm glad this is just a good example of why I say that. Not to brag that I was right, but just take a mental note. This is a $1 billion company. They, not saying they don't give back. At some point it will give back. But again, I just have a harder time gauging these when they give back because you don't see the ones I'm trading usually have this consistent of green tip, five. It's been going straight up for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. Where CDIO, see, it's just rocky up and down, up and down. So there's a lot of scalping opportunities with these, even if you're wrong and it keeps pushing up. Just a lot more opportunity for me to make money. Still not in CDIO. I usually don't get in on red candles. So I want to see it pop up to 420, 430 again, and I'll look for an entry. Yeah, sorry I keep pushing off the mobile stuff, bro. I'll get it posted here soon. But it's really not that exciting. I mean, like I said, I'll post the video so y'all can see it, but it's really I kind of trade like a caveman on this mobile. It's not. I mean, again, I like TradeZero's app, mobile app, but y'all don't ever hear me recommend stop trading desktop to go to mobile, and there's a reason. I think you just have a better advantage trading desktop. I just like the freedom. Like me and my wife will joke around like while she's waiting in the car, like I'll trade after hours or something, or during the day, and she'll say she's going to get like $200 in groceries, so I'll see if I can make like $200 while I'm waiting on her. Like the freedom of, and then if I'm by the pool or whatever, like I can still trade. So I like mobile because of the freedom to trade, but it also turns into an addiction. So I know I can pull up my phone and potentially make money at any time. So it's a double-edged sword where I have to like make myself control it. Because if I'm just sitting around, I'm just like, let me see if there's something to trade. So that's the beauty and the dark side of the mobile. Fine line between, am I addicted to this or RIME? Is it still pushing up a little bit? Oh yeah, we're getting a retest. Let me look up and see what's going on with RIME. 2 million float, 3 million market cap, disaster of a company, no cash, high overall offering risk. Yeah, so a entry close to 160, like even where it's at right now, 156 to maybe 160 would probably be a decent play, because then you can just have a tight stop. Again, not financial advice, I'm talking about myself. If it breaks over 160, like cut real quick, because then it's breaking new highs, and then maybe catch this flush. Let me see. I might try it. But again, I don't love multi-day. See, here it is. Let's see what it does. So that's that entry I was talking about. So if you get like $1.59, you can only risk, I could get away with risking a couple cents and then potentially catch a, a 10 cent, 20 cent flush. But I'm gonna probably sit it out. Nice call though. Jay Money, that's exactly right. I want to trade all day. I got to give myself guardrails. But yesterday was peaceful though, trading small size and only trading a little bit during regular session. What is CDIO doing? Ah, it's fading without me. We'll see what it does here at the, what is this, the 20? Yeah, the 20. See if it bounces off of it when it gets there. Because the 1 minute, I bet it kind of looks, yeah. Well, it kind of broke the trend just then. So, yeah, this thing might keep going down. I know I suck at drawing on these charts, but you can see it's kind of in like, it was in this like it was getting ready to keep pushing up right here, but it might start fading here now. So what's RIME doing? Still kind of hanging out in that area. And on the 1 minute, the 9's kind of walking it down. See it? It's kind of stuck under it. It's trying to break above it right now, but again, I don't know what I'm looking for with this one, to be honest. I want to see it pop one more time and then I'll play it, but there's just nothing else to really look at right now, so I'm just gonna keep my eye on it. Glue might be out of gas. BG. Still probably will pass on it, but we are seeing some red candles now. Honestly, might play it at $4 now that it's kind of broke that trend. If we push to $4, I might look for an entry and then save the other 500 for 425, because again, I can't get more locates. That's the predicament I'm in with this one, so I got to be very strategic about how I use these. I might have missed this part of the conversation, but why not trade both desktop and mobile? I do it all day. because I'm hard-headed. I don't want to teach myself how to trade on desktop. Oh yeah, CDIO is going down. Dang. Now I want to get in it, but I know as soon as I get in it. But yeah, if it gets back up to 4, no FOMO. I'm not going to jump in here. Because again, there's a lot of people that trade on the red candles on the way down, but I don't have as good of luck with them. So I want to wait for a pop, maybe back to like $4, and then I'm going to look for an entry. And then I have my other shares waiting at 425. You can get some more locates now. Let me see. There are more available. So why 4? So I'll tell you why 4. So a lot of times you'll see, so we broke, it's not much of a trend, but this stuff matters. So see how it was kind of trending like this? So it broke that trend now. So I'm not confident we're going to see a full retest anymore. So a lot of times how it'll test VWAP, but it won't actually, it'll break VWAP. It's not like it hits it on the dot, then it fails. What I'm trading is if it tries to push $4 is a psychological level, it's a whole number. Not saying it can't break it, but I'm playing that. So if it tries to push through VWAP, it's already fallen below VWAP a few times. So VWAP's not a super strong level on it. So if it pushes a little bit past VWAP, and my order's at 399, I'm kind of banking on that it might potentially fail here at $4. It already did that once right here, see, $4. And then it went back down. So I'm kind of banking on that. That's why I want to get in at $4. And then I have my other entry at 425. So that's my thought process. But I'm actually really surprised CDI. Again, I think it goes back to the news being really weak. Nobody cares about, I guess, cardiac, whatever this was, testing in India, because that's what the news was. But I am still a little surprised because biotechs have been pretty hot. This is a low float. It's under $5. Kind of surprised it's not pumping a little more. Market just broke new highs yesterday, small caps. ETFs and stuff like that were showing some strength yesterday as well. But so that's the hardest part to teach. Let me see. Let me how do you set size? Yeah, that's the part that's hardest to teach. That's where sometimes I'm like, man, I wish you were a systematic trader just so I could explain it to people better. I don't want to be like, for myself. I like discretionary trading, but that's the hard part to teach is it's all based on conviction. So again, like I was saying Monday, I was in a $33,000 position because I had really high conviction. I saw a lot of things I really liked in a ticker and it went my way. Ended up making $7,000 on that play. But most plays, I don't have that high of conviction. So for example, this is like medium confidence. So that's why I'm only doing 500. Let's pretend like I could get more locates. First of all, that's another side conversation that I don't even want to get into this equation. But typically I like being in like anywhere from a 2K to about a 4K position for medium confidence plays. And most plays I'm in are medium confidence. But if I see something that's a historic fader. It's all red on AskEdgar. It's up 50, 100%, like it's over, like way overextended. If it's coming up to a gap fill that it's failed before, or it's coming up to a 200 that it has a history of failing at on the daily, that builds my confidence and I add heavier there. So my sizing is all based on how confident I am in that play. That's the best way I can answer it. And it's usually typically medium confidence is about 2 to 5K, high confidence is about 5 to 10K. And then if I'm having a degenerate moment and I want to prove a point like I did Monday, I will, kind of bet the farm on it. Because I started this year with bigger size. So I have 57,000 in my account. Y'all know traditionally I restart the year at 25. I bumped it up. Well, didn't bump it up. I just didn't take money out this time. Because I thought I wanted to go heavier this year with sizing, but I'm gonna fill it out in January and I'll decide. Yeah, I'm talking about money amount. Share count doesn't really matter to me too much because if it's a dollar ticker, that's 10,000 shares. If it's a $10 ticker, it's 1,000 shares. So I'm talking about like money, yeah, like dollar amount. Yeah, people talking share size. Like I don't. It's weird to me. Like I'm talking about money amount because share size it all depends on how much the price of the ticker is. But yeah, CDIO looks like it's going down. I'm not gonna get that $4 test. I don't think. I'm going full NASCAR, glue to 50. Oh, that was a good one, BG. If y'all got that joke, y'all are OGs. Um, he was a troll that was on my live stream once, but I hope he's doing well. Wish the best for everyone. Um, what do you think about trades by SCI? I've seen that dude. He's a futures trader, right? The tatted up dude. I don't know much about him. He seems a little. He seems like he BS's a lot to me, but I don't. Some people might think that about me, so I try not to call people out. Maybe he's legit, but yeah, I don't know much about what he does. But he trades huge size. But it's easy to call people out. He might be legit. I just don't know much about him because he talks futures stuff, and I don't know anything about futures, so I don't know if he's BSing or accurate. But if he is legit, it's pretty impressive because he trades huge size. Why not copy trade? Then you don't have maybe so much emotional influence. What you mean by that? Like copy my own trading? Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Just trading. That means a lot. Means a lot. Yeah, because in the Discord, I try to share. Like here, y'all kind of having to take my word, but in Discord, I'm like sharing screenshots all day long of my positions and my trades and stuff like that. And it's not really to flex. It's more for what you're talking about, transparency. It's easy to say I'm in tickers and when I'm really not. So that's why I try to share like screenshots and stuff in the Discord. Especially when I hit like a 7K trade, I gotta share that. Especially when I don't trade that size normally. So like I probably should screenshot this so y'all believe me. Man, it's a slow session today. Jesus Christ. 8 o'clock is in 6 minutes. That's when most of the PRs come out, but man, it's been a slow one, especially yesterday. There was a lot of opportunity. I didn't make that much. I mean, I got off the live stream a little over $1,000. I didn't fully take advantage of it, but there were a lot of plays yesterday. Oh, I see what you're saying. So on a different broker, so you don't see the P&L directly. Yes, it's not a bad idea. And there's a confidence issue there too. Like I live stream and I share too much with y'all, but I still have that imposter syndrome. So that's another reason why I don't like trade a lot of size too. It's because like I'm human. I have emotions. Like I know my strategy works. It's worked for 3 years. I've been deep 6 figures all 3 years. But there's still that little like voice in my head that's like, are you really good at this? Do you really know what you're doing? So deep down, that's why I like the piece of trading small, and we're short selling. So we are doing something that has quote unquote unlimited losses. So I don't like entering too much size just in case I'm in that black swan that just acts up. Appreciate it. No, I appreciate the likes on the video, and appreciate y'all are good hype men for sure. I'm glad I can help y'all, but y'all help me out more than y'all probably realize too in the Discord. So that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. And again, even my stops are discretionary though. But as a good rule of thumb, the way I've been trading, especially like the last 6 months, is when things break new highs, like for example, AZI yesterday. I know some people got caught up in this one, but like a ticker like this that was pushing all day intraday and staying on trend, if I'm in a ticker and I'm trying to play a retest, like let's say I was playing this retest right here at 380 and then it breaks and holds and keeps pushing, like I'm getting out right here once it starts consolidating above a level. So that's one of the biggest changes in my trading where I've been a lot more consistent, is like not forcing a trade to, if it's not working out, like don't force it where I used to force it. So like with AZI, it broke here. All right, I'll add even heavier up here. All right, it broke up. All right, broke this one. All right, I'll add even heavier here. And that's how short sellers blow up. And that's how I've blown up in the past. So with short selling, one of the best advice is just swallowing your ego. When your thesis is off, like if it's a retest, you're playing a retest and then it breaks it and holds it, like the trade should be over. Like what you were trading is not valid anymore. So just take the small loss and move on to the next ticker. It's almost like a probability game with short selling. Like most of them fade. Just don't let the one that doesn't fade hurt you too bad. Then move on to the next ticker. We know small caps what they do. Almost all of them fade same day. So you just got to win more than you lose. Yeah, the ego is your enemy. Don't be the villain in your own trading story, you know what I mean? All right, 1 minute till new PRs come out. Yeah, J Money, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, the dynamic share size, because you don't always want to enter the same. And again, to each their own, but it's just a weird concept to trade the same size depending on if it's a C setup, B setup, A setup. But then maybe you only take A setups, and then it might work. But I'm not the type to sit on my hands. Like if I'm sitting in front of a computer, I'm gonna trade something most of the time, unless there's just absolutely garbage. But most days I'm gonna trade something. And if it's not the best setup, I'll just trade it small. All right, bunch of 8 o'clock PRs are coming out. And when I say a bunch, like there's a ton. So there should be some plays here somewhere.
Rhyme.
I wonder if CDIO cracks here. So it's kind of honoring the... This is a terrible spot.
NCPL.
This is probably a terrible spot to add, but you know what? I'll stop out over VWAP. I think I'm gonna add right here. I'll probably regret this, but I'm adding to CDIO right here. So I got in at 380. Let's see if it breaks down. So is anything else moving? Yeah, I'm seeing some. What's this? Well, it's not moving anymore. I'm not really seeing much. Drop a ticker in the chat if y'all see anything, but sorry, coughing in the mic. And the reason why I just decided to add there was because there's a bunch of PRs, and I thought we would get money rotation away from CDIO, but I'm not really seeing anything else pump right now. SKYQ tried to retest 72, 74, and it flushed real quick, but
CDIO.
Bro, don't scare me like that with CDIO. Yeah, LUCY is pushing up a little. This is a historic pump, and this one likes to pump and fade. I actually kind of like the level it's at right here, 129. How much is it up? It's only up 12%. I'm gonna let it push some. And I might miss a little flush here, but I want to see it. I want to see it push up a little bit. Maybe like 144, 171. Let me see what the news says. What is CDIO doing? Good, it's dropping. So good add at 380. Getting a little bit of money rotation away from it. But let's see what LUCY. So Innovative Eyewear announces record-breaking 65% annual sales growth in 2025 and insider buying intent. I might miss it doing too much due diligence, but that's okay. Oh, CDIO, let's go. We dying over here, guys. Money rotation for the win. I'm out. 361. I didn't want it to bounce right here. This is where it bounced previously in the 350. So no Lambo for me. For it's a little inside joke about holding, but I'm content with this move. I just called it a 20-cent move, so I'll take it. But yeah, LUCY. Let's get back to it. So yeah, when it gets back up here to that 144 level, if it does, I might be interested. 4 million float, 6 million market cap, high overall offering risk, low cash. The news is so-so. It's not terrible, but it's not like that impressive. All right, I'm in it. See if it fails this 144 level. Let me look at that insider buyer buying. What did that consist of? I'm gonna trim a little here at VWAP. So I already trimmed half my size at VWAP. So if I have to stop out, I can still be green. Reported preliminary unaudited sales of approximately 1 million in Q4 2025 and estimates full year 2025 sales at 2.7 million up. Oh, so this is what they estimate the full year. So they didn't even get a full 65%. That's just their projection. So, and even 2.7 million is not much either. Management highlights a roughly a 44% Amazon market share for smart safety glasses. Several executives intend to buy shares in the open market. They're not, they just intend to. Can't take that to the bank. But again, that's my perception. News is weak, but anything can happen. So let's see if it breaks above this level. Should have probably added more back up there, but I'm gonna wait. What does CDIO do? So yeah, it might bounce here at the 200 on the 5 minute. But or in the 1 minute, but the 5 minute looks like there's nothing to keep it from falling. So LUCY broke past that level I was playing, so we'll see what it does here at $1.50. Might add some here. Got an order waiting at $1.49. Then if it holds over $1.50, I might consider cutting it. So I'm back in my full share size at $1.50 or $1.49. All right, I trimmed out of 500 shares. I want to see what it does here at $1.50. Since it's still pushing a little bit. Where is it trying to go? That's hilarious, J Money. That's such a good point. Let me see what the 1 minute looks like. Looks pretty bullish. So I added back those 500 shares. Let's see what happens. And then just trimmed back out of them. So basically got my money back from what I stopped out. And now I'm just going to hold the shares I have right now and just see how it plays out around the $1.50 level. Might keep pushing, but I'm not in heavy because, again, going back to what I was talking about sizing, this is like I'm only in, 1,000 shares the most I've been in it because it's just kind of in no man's land. Like, I know this one is this one always, like, look at these pops. So it pops and dies. I'm very familiar with this ticker. Pops and dies. Like, you rarely see multi-day runners on this type of ticker. So I'm interested in it still, but just not, it's not at a key level I like. The news is weak, but it does say buying intent and 65% growth in annual sales. So the market might respond well to it, but it's mostly BS news. But it's breaking new highs, so I might wait. I might just completely stop out and then consider it at like $1.70, but I'm still in it right now. But I don't like this like slow grinding. Like I want it to make a strong move up or strong move down, but not this little slow grind up action, which is crazy because it's with the float size. I'm surprised it's grinding like this. But J Money, that comment's hilarious. So yeah, I've watched Lucy make 100 million from offerings over the last few years, and they're dropping news for making 2.7 million. And that's just projections. They have to do a 65% increase to get there too. So they're never going to do that. A 65% growth year over year is rare. I mean, you just have to be good at what you're doing. It can happen, but easier said than done. I am thinking of joining your Discord. When you have a minute, please explain how that works. Do you trade all day and after hours, or do you go live? Yeah, so I trade throughout to be honest, I trade whatever the market gives me. So some days I'm super active in the Discord, and then other days not so much. And I try to, so Fridays I do exclusive live streams. I do the pre-market in there, and then I do the end of day fades after 2:30. And then I usually do a couple after-hour sessions a week. But again, the best part about the Discord is not even my plays and stuff. It's the community. Like, they're constantly throwing out plays all day, so it feels like a cheat code. I don't even have to be close to the scanner because everybody's throwing out plays throughout the day. So I just stay close to the chat. So I might get out. I feel like it would be smart to get out here at basically break even. This play didn't play out how I wanted it to. I thought it might just fade quickly. what? I'm just gonna hold it. I'm in a small size right now, so the smart thing would be to get out here, move on to a new play probably, but I want to see if it breaks down. I'm not in heavy, not much to risk. The thing I don't like is a pretty big bid right now, so somebody's trying to send it back up. But now since we just revisited VWAP, I might add those the other half that I trimmed back in at like, I don't know, 155 to 157. See if we're topping out. Till you, yeah. Well, the thing is, none of us are making each other get in it. It's just ideas. Yeah, J Money, that's dumb. No, I love our chat just for that main reason alone. Because I don't like staring at the screen all day waiting for plays. And no shade at people who do that, but I have a hard time doing it. So I like to be doing other things and then just hear trade ideas in the background or the Discord chat in the background. So still holding on to Lucy in the money now, not by much, because like I said, not a very big position, so, but it is cracking now at least. So now I do feel a little bit more confident. If it does pop back up, I'm definitely adding some size. Or the part I trimmed. Barely making anything on this one though, because like I said, I traded it small, already trimmed out half of it, so it was already a relatively low confidence play. What is Glue doing? I'm seeing some comments. Oh, look at, nice call on the two of y'all that called out RIME. That thing gave back cleanly. GLUE. Yeah, I think if I was more of a backside trader, I would probably be interested in Glue now that it's showing weakness. But again, I'm more front side. And I don't know how to trade these bigger market caps as well, so I'm gonna sit on the sideline. And I just saw people in the Discord talking about it. That's the only reason I brought it up. And hey, what was it, John? Asking about the Discord. I said yesterday that the last day to join the free trial was yesterday, but I haven't removed it yet. So I'm gonna do it after this live stream is over. So if you want to still try it, free trial, today's gonna be, the next hour is gonna be your last chance. I just forgot to, it's manual, so I just forgot to do it. But yeah, so if it gets up to $1.55, $1.56, again, I'll add to it. I like when they break below VWAP like that and the candle closes. Not saying it can't keep breaking new highs, it definitely can, but we saw a little weakness there. So if it gets back to 155, 156, it's worth the risk to me. So I'm gonna add my full position back there. Oh, the CDIO is still going down? Oh, I should have held. Man, should have held. Jeez. J Money, I saw that comment earlier about just holding 7 o'clock. Me and Colin's talked about this numerous times. It's just like, why don't we just hold the 7 o'clock plays? Just like they always just give it all back. I'm more of a scalper, so I take these little quick moves, but man, these early pops, they usually give it back. And this is when the low floats, are in our favor. Not on the way up, but on the way down, they flush pretty cleanly. Is this Lucy? Oh, this thing done pushed up, hasn't it? So let me see. I'm gonna get some more locates on it. That was a strong push though. What time is it? 8:20. Added a little bit to my position. But I don't love this play, so I don't want to get too big on it. Now adding at 161. Down a little bit on it, so let's see what happens. See if it comes back to VWAP. And then if it gets back to VWAP, I'll probably just get completely out of it now. I don't really like it that much anymore. It's making a new high. It keeps pushing. But 8:30 is only 9 minutes away, so let's see if it gets attention stolen from it. Yeah, I'm seeing some huge bids though. Somebody's trying to push this thing up. Yeah, I probably should have waited till 170, but let's see if we get back to VWAP. I'll get my size down. I'm in 2,000 shares now. But yeah, I don't really love this play too much right now. So trimmed out of 500 shares here for red, but getting my size down now that we're coming back down. Again, seeing some big bids, but they're getting, it's eating through some of them. Yeah, I do like that 170 level though. So you said, Alex, would you say there was a 100 daily SMA there too? That's good to know. So 170 seems like it's a pretty decent level probably. So I'll play it up till there. If we start holding over 170, I'll probably cut. this is a boring play too. If it breaks 157, it's going back down, but there's just massive size at 157. Every time it gets to 157, I see the bid just looks like the size increases. So let me do some more due diligence on this ticker. I think it's about to break 157. Yeah, there it goes. So trimming a little bit more here just to get my size down. So now I'm back in only 1,000 shares, so good deal. Because I want to add, I don't want to already be in too big of a position just in case it gets to 170, 175-ish. I want to be able to have some bullets to play when it gets there. So I'm looking on AskEdgar now, the Discord, see if there's anything interesting. Chart pattern. So out of 12 large gaps, big move sessions, only 3 of them were strong days where it closed over VWAP. So this is a historic fader. Lucy consistently produces eye-catching pre-market or opening bell spikes or press releases. But the majority of these moves fade throughout the morning, midday, and afternoon and finishes below VWAP. So it's a historic fader. Most of us that have traded this one are pretty well aware of that though. But it's nice to read it, confirm. The rest of the stuff in the Discord hasn't came out yet, like the deeper analysis and the offering availability, but it says medium, so what does it have available? Yeah, so it looks like they have a couple shelves. And at the money remaining. So yeah, they have some offerings on the book. They have about 10 months of cash left, so okay. I got a decent idea about this company now, so watching this boring play. I'm gonna go back to the 1 minute, see what it looks like. And these are some boring plays today. But yeah, I should have, again, money rotation is the real play. So I called, that move from 380 to like 360, but man, I could have caught way more than that. What are the odds? Life is the stock market now. Yeah, and those, I probably shouldn't go on this rant, but yeah, no, the odds market or whatever, the prediction market, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be so like, there's going to have to be more rules and regulations around it about influencing it. Because there's so many like trolls out there that'll know there's odds and they intentionally try to throw them. I can't remember who it was. Oh, it was the Coinbase CEO. He was like in an interview or something, and there was like a bet if he would say something, and he knew going into that interview that that bet was out there, so he intentionally said it. I'm just like, they're gonna have to put some regulations around this probably. There we go. So I'm completely out of this position. Since it's grinding up, I'm gonna wait for it to see if it gets to 170. Jake money. Oh God. Your life is the stock market now. And it's crazy because y'all know I'm in the cannabis industry, and like we have so many regulations about like advertising and things like that. And now that I see all these like sports betting commercials, I'm like, bro, like they are so aggressive. And again, to each their own. We live in a free country. Do your thing, but I just like when things are treated equally. But like some of these sports betting commercials and ads I'm seeing, I'm just like, I was a poor college girl and then I placed a $500 bet. Now I'm a millionaire. It's just like, this is like, how are y'all getting away with advertising like this? It's wild. Like some of these ads I'm seeing, because there's going to be a lot of people that ruin their lives from sports betting. And again, to each their own, that's on them. But like, it's just, and then us cannabis companies, like they act like, we have to put, fogged glass over our windows so a little kid can't peek in and see weed and die. You know what I mean? Because if you look at a cannabis plant, you're ruined for life. So that's the part that annoys me, is just how things don't make sense. But anyway, so I'm not in this anymore. I'm waiting for the push to 170. RELI. Oh, I didn't even notice it was already 8:30. Wow. Ooh, let's see. Let's go. I'm about to enter RELI. I think it's only up 20%. It looked like it was up more than that. But I'm getting in it here. I wonder if it steals attention from Lucy now. I got to get back in Lucy here too, though. Now that something else is moving. All right, so I'm gonna pull up both these. I'm in both Lucy and oh, now Lucy got a nice little flush on it. I'm in Lucy and I'm in RELI, so I'm gonna keep my eyes on both these. The reason I got back into, oh, let's go Lucy. Trimmed a little at VWAP. RELI, I probably should have trimmed some on that little move down too, but since RELI is not up that much. This is the thing, this is the part I don't like about the current market we're in. It's just we're not seeing these 50, 100% pops. So like you almost have to take profit quick. Like we just haven't seen a lot of these really big, intense pops, which is frustrating because it almost makes me change how I have to trade, because I like to scalp and get out pretty quick, but the drops to like are just not as intense when the moves are only up 20%, LUCY still holding on to half my position. We're at 152. We might crack here. So I'm just going to hold on to the shares I have left on LUCY. We got some money rotation. It seems like, well, let's just see what happens. It still hasn't broken below VWAP. I trimmed half my position already on LUCY. I got in at like 164, 5 something. Sadly, I might have to already start trimming out of RELI because there's just not much on this move. But yeah, these little weak pops are a little bit harder to play. Because in hot markets, I usually don't get into tickers unless they're up like 50%. But we just don't see those type of moves super consistent. So in these slower pre-market pop era that we're in, I lowered my criteria to 20%. And I am out of RELI now. Still holding half my shares with LUCY. Was hoping it would crack there, but it might have one more pop in it. Man, the Discord's talking about glue. I have to keep seeing, am I missing something? Like I said, I don't know how to play these, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I just don't have good luck with these bigger market caps. I'm gonna keep it on both these screens just in case RELI pushes back up. I would gladly play it again around 74, 75, but main attention's on Lucy again. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, J Money. The ranges right now are so tight, you have to take profit quick or it'll pop right back up. Yep, that's the problem. In the hot markets, again, it's a double-edged sword. So in hot markets, if you get in too early, you get your face ripped off because it keeps pumping. But the moves are way more intense. Like, it's not uncommon to see multiple 100+ runners in pre-market when it's hot. And when they finally break and fade, there's huge moves. So again, double-edged sword. If you get in too early, you can get punished, but backside, or when they finally crack, there's so much more money to be made. We'll see it again, spring and summer. This is usually the time I start wrapping up, but I kind of want to hang out a little bit longer and see if Lucy pushes up to 170 again or if it cracks, because I'm still in it. And it's kind of in no man's land right now. So it's looking weak to me, to be honest. I feel like there might be a potential crack here, or at least it drop back to like 144. And if it does, I'll cover there. But let's see. Then another glue looking good here in the Discord. y'all are paying attention to glue. Y'all tell me what's the level? Y'all waiting for it to crack what, 236 or something? And we think we're going down? I know, J Money. That's what I feel like too, bro. I'm like, I'm not falling for this glue trap. But watch it just flush so cleanly. But yeah, these are not my favorite. But it is looking a little weak though. I will admit that. But yeah, Alex, I agree. we're about to see either a strong push to 170 or it's about to break down. On the 1 minute, it's really struggling to get back above the 20. On the 5 minute, you know, it's kind of, I don't know. It's not telling much of a story right now to me. So I wouldn't be surprised if it pushes up or if it breaks down here. So we'll see what it does. But yeah, not the best morning. There weren't a lot of plays, so I haven't even made it to a grand today. Might should have got back into RELI there at 72, 73 cents, but again, there's just not much on the move. I hate trading these small little pops, especially when the tickers are under $1. You got to enter so many shares for it to actually really count. Oh, 92% insider ownership too? Jesus Christ. What is the Discord doing? They're obsessed with this one. Well, let's say maybe there's something I'm missing. Oh, institutional ownership. I don't know why I assumed insider, yeah. So RELI, I'm going to wait now and see if it gets up to 75 cents, 76 cents, but I might play it again. But if this pushes again, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Lucy show some weakness. How long did it take for you to become profitable? So as soon as I started short selling, I became profitable. But that was 3 years into my trading journey. So it took about 3 years to become profitable. But I wasn't trading like full-time hardcore. You know, I was trading and I was trying to be profitable. Don't get me wrong. Dang, Lucy's pushing. But almost instantly when I became a short seller. And then I had some, you know, bad blow-ups here and there, but there's such an edge in short selling, and I got into it at the right time. So yeah, pretty quickly once I started short selling. Because again, I don't think you have to be as good of a trader to short sell. They all go down at some point. And in the beginning, I used to just hold until they did. Not recommending that, but I would just hold them. Sometimes days, and they would always come back. And occasionally I would have the blow ups here and there, but and over the years I've tweaked it to be a little more sustainable. But yeah, it took about 3 years on my trading journey before I became profitable. But ever since I've been short selling, it's been a nice little run. I'm gonna add some right here on LUCY. And then I have another 1,000 shares waiting at $1.69 and another 1,000 shares at $1.75. Look at RELI. What a death candle. Ooh. I know it's only like 5 cents, but basically for the move though, that was a pretty solid red candle. Were you in any other short selling communities? No, I learned this the hard way on my own. That's why I try to share what I know with you guys. Because again, there's an edge to short selling small caps, but there's a few little things you need to pay attention to, and that it took me a while to learn. The biggest thing it took me a while to learn was just risk management. Because you know, at the end of the day, tickers like LUCY, they're going to go back to where they started. So the problem was I knew that, and I would hold them no matter where they went. You know, if it went to $5, I'm still holding it. And then, you know, in a couple days it would come back to where it started, but not the most sustainable strategy. So I had to really dial in my risk management. That was the biggest learning curve. So I'm in 2,000 shares. It must have hit $1.69 because it got my. Did it fill that? Yeah, it filled my $1.69. So I'm in 2,000 shares with it now. I don't like that it's breaking new highs though. I really don't. I thought we would get a little bit of a fade here. I'm done looking at RELI, so I'm just going to focus on LUCY. But again, if they start breaking new highs after 8:30 and holding, that's not a good sign for me. I don't do as well with those, so I would like to see it break down here soon. I'm curious why there's so few short communities. There's a few out there, but most people trade the long side. There's a lot of people out there that scare people away from short selling. Even like Ross, we joke around about Ross sometimes, but he's an amazing trader. He's got a good group. He's a better trader than me. I can't trade long. I'm not good at it. So I just want to put that out there before I throw shade. But like some of his examples that I've seen him give about why you shouldn't short sell are so dramatic, so dramatic. He'll bring up like if he enters a $2 million position and then it goes up 400%, he loses $8 million. And it's just like, bro, I'm not entering a $2 million position. Like, that's wild. You know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of scare tactics into short selling to get people to not be interested in it. And it is high risk. Like that's why you got it. That's why I said risk management's the number one thing. You got to dial that in. You got to know when to cut. But it's been pretty sustainable. I've made 6 figures 3 years in a row, and deep 6 figures the last 2. So you just gotta, dial in your risk management. When you're wrong, get out. If it's super low float Chinese, don't play it, or play it small. Just don't ignore red flags when you're short selling. I get into a lot of plays because I'm comfortable, but for newbies, I'd recommend to avoid anything with a float under 2 million or Chinese, because those are the ones that usually have those parabolic moves. Anyways, let's see what it's doing here at 170. Shorting is way riskier than going long. You are the exception to the rule. But I'm really not. Like, our Discord is banking. Like, I'm not the only one banking. Like, I guarantee, again, like percentage-wise of people that win in my little Discord versus the Rosses or other long group, I guarantee more people in our group win. Like every day, 10 plus posts about people that just killed it that day, and it's usually the same people. But I get what you're saying. There's because of the unlimited loss, but I don't really think it's that risky. Or I shouldn't say that. Let me close this position. I can't think straight. It's finally dropping. I want to trim some of my size, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. So I'm gonna trim a little here. So let's see, there we go. So yeah, from an unlimited loss standpoint, it's more risky. But again, avoid anything that's low float and avoid anything that's Chinese, and you're going to take a lot of risk out of it. If it's really, really, really good news, don't short that. You know what I mean? So like, there's a lot of easy red flags that a lot of short sellers ignore, and they get themselves in sticky situations. But the reason why I don't think it's that much riskier is because like I can't make money. Like Colin's a good example. If you're on Colin, I'm gonna give you a shout out. He was in Ross's community how long? 3-4 years, not profitable trader. Meet me the next month, he's been on a 6-month winning streak and only has 5 losses. You know what I mean? That's 1 month after joining short selling. So Yeah, it might be riskier, but like there's an edge to it too. So I think consistently losing your money is pretty risky too. So I got out of a lot of my Lucy position. Didn't make that much on it, but trimmed out of 1,500 shares. So I'm only in 500 now if it cracks. Because I'm trying to wrap up. This is about when I stopped trading. Oh, just joined the Discord? Awesome, bro. Are your stop loss a mental stop loss or a set stop loss? Yeah, so it depends. Oh, let me trim some. Well, I'm only in 500 shares now. Screw it. I'm going to get out. I'm trying to decide if I want to just. I'll hold these, wait to see if it gets to VWAP. But anyways, well, in pre-market, it's definitely it's mental stop loss, but intraday, I'll use regular stop losses because that's where I add size, usually intraday. So I'll use stop losses, but I got a love-hate relationship with stop losses because of these wicks, you know what I mean? And market makers knowing that like a lot of people set stop losses above previous highs. So a lot of times they'll let them wick up and hit those stop losses and then it'll fall. So that's the part I don't love about set stop losses because I like to wait for the candle to close above that level when I'm watching to stop out. You know what I mean? So like if it goes to $1.75, I'm not going to immediately stop out. I'm going to wait to see how the candle closes. But if you have a set stop loss at $1.75, it liquidates it as soon as it hits it. So, you know, that's what I mean. I got a love-hate relationship with it. Should I be in flex your gains? Is that the only one that you have? So John, when I get off the live stream, I'll make sure yours is. Sometimes whenever you sign up through WAP, it doesn't link the Discord correctly if you didn't put in your Discord or if you didn't have a Discord. So when I get off, I'll look at it. So you should be seeing way more than just your flex your gain section. But while you're there, you can take a peek. A lot of people win in the group. And Colin does that with two jobs, right, Mike? So Mike is knows Colin as well. But yeah, no, I'm not trying to talk any, and I appreciate the cordial conversation, but I'm not trying to talk anybody into short selling. I'm just showing you what I do. And if you want to learn more, I got a group that's, you know, that we do it. But I understand the reservation for sure. The main channel is there's a few channels, but the main one is the that I was talking about is the chat. Then there's a Tebow alert and all that. Yeah, I agree. You need more skill to be a long trader. That's why I'm not over here flexing like I'm the best trader in the world. I'm not. Short selling small caps just has an edge. Bro, you've asked me how long did it take to become profitable quite a few times. It took, I think, about 3 years. Yeah. Yeah. J Money. Look at that. Flipping accounts. Cannot see chat room. Yeah, no, I'll make sure it linked up right. You might not have connected your Discord, or maybe you did and WAP is acting up. Focus. I started trading on June 2020 and I was not profitable for 4 years going long. 2025, joined the community and started short selling. Guess what? It's my first profitable year. Let's go, Focus. All right, I'm still hanging out a little bit longer than I usually do, but I might play Lucy one more time at this level to see if this is the top. I want to let it push to at least 169, 170 before I get another entry, and I just want to see if this is actually the top. And if it starts breaking new highs, I'm just going to cut. I'm green in this, in this play, but I might add a little size here at 170 and see if it is the top and see if we fade from there. But overall, not a bad little session for how few plays we have. Okay, I'm still holding those 500 shares, so I'm gonna get out here. So I got out 158, I believe, 159. Watch it just crack now. Oh, glue. Whatever happened to glue? Still hanging out. I'm diamond handing Lucy. It might not be a bad one, honestly. I wish I would have diamond handed CDIO. Where's it at now? Oh my gosh, 324. But this kind of proves my point. Yeah, they just, majority of them just do this. But again, like I was saying, not trying to, if y'all don't want to short sell, don't short sell. I'm not trying to convince anyone because there is risk, but there's a few things that you can avoid that substantially lowers the risk. Like I was saying, Chinese super low floats, if it's really, really good news, partnerships, like if you avoid those, it takes a lot of the risk away. But it's still there, just like with everything with trading. We don't need any more. Y'all keep longing. T-Mac. Love it. But anyways, guys, I'm probably going to wrap up here. Well, 9 o'clock pops, I guess, is 2 minutes away. I'll see if there's anything interesting, but I'll probably dip out shortly after 9. I don't do as well with the 9 o'clock pops, but if there's a beautiful setup, I might play it, but I'm not in any positions right now. So I'll wait a couple minutes, see if there's any 9 o'clock pops, and then dip out afterwards. ORMP's moving. Ooh, RMP. Ooh, that was a nice little pop. What is this one trying to do? Chart's a little bit in a breakout mode. Don't love that, but I'll keep an eye on it. $122 million market share, 34 million float. How much is this pop up? It doesn't look like it's up that much. ORMP. It already died now, so I guess it doesn't matter. All right, 9 o'clock, 1 minute away. Get the PR. Oh no, it's 9 o'clock now. So let's see if any PRs are coming up. Not a lot. ASRV. Yeah, today was a kind of, wasn't a lot of plays today. I'm looking at CRIS. It's kind of caught under VWAP. I'm tempted to take a position, then stop out if it gets over to 125. See if it fails VWAP here. Let me see. CRIS. 12 million float, 12 million market cap, high cash need. Looks like a trash company. They had a private placement news today. It's up 20%. I'm in it. 119, 118. Oh my gosh, I got so lucky. As soon as I got in that thing, it dropped. So I'm gonna stop out over 125. If it breaks over 125, and that's just the highest wick on this previous 5-minute candle. I want to see if it drops some here. Oh my gosh! All right, it's a good way to end it. I'm out. Made a little bit on that drop. So on that note, guys, I'm going to call it a day. And just a little quick recap. The reason I just decided to get in that because it was just struggling to hold over VWAP, and then I just set a level. I'm like, if it breaks over this 5-minute candle, that tells me the direction is changing on it. So that's why I chose that to stop out. Sometimes you get lucky as soon as you get in and it drops. That's what happened with me. But on that note, guys, I will see y'all in the Discord.